Hello, my friends. Welcome to Haein Yoga. This class is a part of 4-session series on yoga for core. It's an all-level Vinyasa sequence that will fire up your abdomen. Whether you want to strengthen your core because you want to have six packs, recover from an injury, prime for other athletic endeavour, you are welcome here. Whatever your reasons may be, I'm glad that you're here and that you want to move. My invitation for this series is that you enjoy moving. You may feel totally smooth and fluid some time in your movement, and other times you feel rusty and frustrated. Celebrate that you have a body that you can feel and move. This is something that we should not take for granted because this is a miracle. Life is a miracle because you are a miracle, isn't it? Okay, let's do this. Let's start in lying down position. On your back, knees right above your hips, shin parallel to the floor, legs together. Keep your arms stretched forward next to your leg and keep your head up, shoulders away from the floor. And you want to keep this nice boat shape, hollow shape of your spine. And from here, we're going to just add in a bit of rocking without trying to move too much of your arms or your leg, but really through your tailbone, scooping up to create that rocking motion. And when you come up, have that moment of balance. And as you roll, you want to roll along your spine, for which you need a really nice round shape of your spine instead of straight or arch. Repeat this a few more times, keeping that engagement in your abdomen, which will help you to keep the shape. Ooh. Just one more rocking. And next time when you come down, you can release your leg down. Oh, wow. You can release your leg down on the floor. And now let's have the hands on the side of your hips. We're going to do a double leg raise. Keeping your legs up above your hips. If your feet does not come into 90 degrees, you can bend your knees. We just want to use the weight of the leg to work with our core. And from here, it's very simple. I would like you to lower your legs down as close as to the possible. Did I just say that right? As close as possible to the floor. And bring the leg back up. Make sure there's no space between your low back and the floor as you lower your legs down. So the goal is not having your feet touching the floor. The goal is lowering your leg down while keeping your low back glued to the floor. You can bend your knees a little bit if it's a bit too tight for your hamstring, or if it's a bit too heavy. As long as you feel that you are working with your abdomen and keeping your low back flat on the ground, we're good, okay? Now, continue what you're doing and let's do it together just a few more times. As you exhale, bring the legs down, and as you inhale, bring the legs back up. I'm going to count 10, 9, and you just do as much as you can in your own rhythm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And keep the legs up. Let's meet up with the legs up. I'm going to count one more time, 10, and we're going to slowly lower the legs down to the floor. Keep your low back flat on the ground. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, continue, separate your legs and continue so that you can keep your lower back flat on the ground. Once your legs touch the floor, keep your palms facing up and take 1 deep breath through your abdomen. And deep breath out through your abdomen. Gather your legs up, keeping your arms stretched out to the side. My arms, I think it will be out of the screen frame, but know that your arms are stretched out to the side, 90 degrees. And from here, palms facing up. From here we're gonna bring the legs down to the side. Now, you can do it in 90 degrees, but if you may feel quite strong in your lower back with this, so if you are sensitive with your lower back, then keep your knees close to your chest and then lower the legs to the side with the help of your arms. And you want to stop the legs right before it touches the floor so that you don't relax completely on the floor, and then you continue to the other side, left and to the right, so that you work both sides. I won't be able to do that with you because I have a wall on the side, but you know what I mean. Continue on your own, just a few more times to left and then to the right. As you exhale, lowering the legs down to the side, and as you inhale, bring the leg back up to the center and really pressing down with your arms. Eventually, you could also straighten your knees if you want your abdomen to bear more weight as you bring your legs to the side. And again, if it's too much for your lower back, gather that legs in close to your chest. Okay, one last one. And once you finish up, let's meet up in downward facing dog. Catch your breath, deep inhalation from your nose and deep exhalation through your nose. And from here, let's go forward. Let's do one vinyasa. Let's go forward to the plank and coming down to the floor in your own choice, either from your knees or from plank, cobra, or upward facing dog, gently stretching the front of your upper body and the hips. Push back up to downward facing dog. And now let's move from here back to plank. Let's keep the feet together. Now, really make sure your shoulders are over your wrist. Press your hands against the floor. Bring your shoulder blades away from each other and tuck the tailbone in. Gently push your hips forward. Pulling the abdomen in, lean to your right foot so that your left hand becomes lighter. And then letting go of your left hand, you have different choice. You can keep your feet together on top of the other. If this is too much of balancing, place your upper leg in front of the leg so that you have 2 feet balancing, not just to 1 foot. You can bend that top leg to bring it across the hip level to even carry the weight, share the weight with the other leg as well instead of adding the weight. Now, whichever option you decide to do with your legs, lift up that hip. As you lift up that hip, shorten the right side of the waist. Your left arm, find your style. You can keep it up over the head or across your hips, whichever that is in your style for today. And I'm gonna count here, 10, 9, 8, 7, keep shortening, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down, back to plank pose. And we're gonna hold here 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the other side. Find on your left hand and find your choice of your leg position. In front, across the hips, or together. Find the expression with your arms. Lift up the hips, shorten the left side of the waist. And I count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down back to plank. Feet together. Last one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up your hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale from your nose. And exhale through your nose. Walk your feet forward all the way to your hands. And now feet together and come down back to seated on your hips. Keeping your legs together. Lower down your chest and your legs, but without touching the floor. Interlock your fingers behind your head. So right now your feet are not touching the floor and your shoulders are not touching the floor. Left knee bend. Bring your right elbow touching your left knee. And let's just hold here. I'm going to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Change. Right elbow to your left knee. Shoulders off the floor. Feet off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Change. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Now rock yourself up to seated position. Keep your feet hip-wide distance in front of your hips with a bit of distance. Fingertips pointing towards your hips. Lift up your hips coming into reverse table pose. Just to stretch your abdomen. So you want to really tuck the tailbone in and lift up the hips. Press your feet against the floor. And gently squeeze your arms in. And press through the inner edge and the outer edge of your hand, all the four corners of your hand. Straighten the elbows so that we also stretch the shoulders and the arm. For the neck, you can keep it up, you can drop, you can move, you can turn. Just make your neck be part of this posture, not carrying all of the weight alone or be neglected and disconnected. Somehow finding your way to include the head with the rest of the body. Few more breaths here. You can focus on stretching on your abdomen and stretching of your shoulder. One more breath. Slowly lower your hips down. Come to seated position. Close your eyes, 3 deep breaths. Inhale from your nose. And exhale through your nose. Deep inhalation. Deep exhalation. Deep inhalation. And long exhalation. Thank you everyone for joining me on this video. And well done for carving out this time and moving your body. Give a good pat on your back and to acknowledge and reward yourself for doing something that is good for you. Give yourself permission to feel good about yourself without any, oh, but it was only for 10 minutes or, but I felt weak at this point and at that point. Well done. Well done, my friend. If you like this video, comment below and give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga practice. I wish you a beautiful day and see you very soon. Keep shine on.